Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. New York City Center's 75th anniversary gala presentation is the Pulitzer Prize-winning musical A Chorus Line, which will run from November 14th through the 18th, and we drop by the rehearsal studio to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company.
Right there. It even has my haircut.
How exciting is this? A Chorus Line, City Center.
I know.
By York Lee, Bob Avian.
I know, they're like my parents. No, I did the show 10 years ago, and I felt like I was a baby then, and coming back to York and going back into Cassie camp with her, and it's like no time has passed, but it also feels like a lot of time has passed. It's just an honor, and I'm still in disbelief that I get to do it.
Okay, so we were out there looking at the call sheet for the Day of Times. It says, Robyn, Cassie, Mirror Dance with By York. I mean, we had goosebumps just reading that. What does that mean to you? Yeah.
I have goosebumps of terror. I do. No, but basically it's like, before we started rehearsal, I was with By York, basically like 10 to 4 every single day, where she just started from the end of the dance and worked my way up. And what she does, she has a formula that she's figured out over 44 years, how to train a Cassie to make her strong. And so she's building up my stamina, and you can't just let it go. You have, so every day, once the rest of the cast came in, every day at lunch, while they all leave me alone in a room, I stay with By York and I start warming up. And then she's like, let's take it from the top of the scene. And I'm like panting, and I'm a wet dog, and I just go for it. And it's every day.
You make your magic. That's what you do. You make magic.
I am trying to make magic. I will make magic starting on the 13th.
It's crazy. I've worked with Robyn before. I've worked with Jay before. There's a whole bunch of them, Max, and they're all so beautifully talented and joyful in spirit and giving themselves 100% to the show. And it's important because, this show should never not be in New York. I say it to everybody. I say it to schools that I teach at. It's about us, but, and it should be about when tourists come to New York, they should come to this and know who we are about and why we do what we do and the reason why we do what we do. And the fact that it's really about everybody. It's about standing in line to be part of a community of people because we love it. And that's exciting to do for 7 shows at City Center.
It's kind of crazy because they gave me one of the original sweaters from the original company. It was in the Public Theater archives, and our costume designer, Michael McDonald, was just praying that it would fit me, and it did, like a glove. And when I put it on, I instantly felt like Bobby. And I always wanted to play Bobby. I played Mark 10 years ago, so I've grown up a bit.
Being with this incredible company, I mean, you're co-starring on Broadway and Phantom of the Opera, and you're like, I have to do A Chorus Line.
Right. I mean, I've never done double duty before, so I'm not getting much sleep at night, but it feels great, and I have a vacation fund now. But I mean, it's great to be doing the show again with By York and with Bob. I mean, when I walked in for my final callback, the room was the same exact room from 10 years ago when I dropped out of school to go on my first production contract. So it really feels like a full circle moment.
We've started a week and a half ago, so just to see them go into Michael Bennett's choreography and to get the levels and the style. But this is one of the best groups we've ever had. I mean, they're all Broadway people, and so it's just wonderful. Bob and I just said, oh my goodness, it just came to life today. And of course the press is here, and so they gave the extra little, so we were happy about that.
We've gotten a great cast because it's City Center, a limited run, and New York, so the best came out for us, and we got the cream of the crop. Yeah.
What's it like for you and By York being back in the room again?
Oh my God, we've done it so many times, it seems like it doesn't end. It just goes on, and we think everybody must be over it by now, and then the phone rings and we're back in rehearsals and auditions. Old Man River.
Michael was so ahead of his time. I mean, diversity, sexuality, there's so many messages in this show that he came up with early on.
Yes, he did come up with that. And the diversity. We try to maintain that and keep that element going and keep improving that. And luckily, this is a show that stands on that. And it's a fortunate thing.
Just being in the room with Bjork and Bob again, what that means to you.
It reminds me of how much time I've spent in a dance studio. The discipline that they have taught us as dancers is incredible. I've worked on many other shows, but there's nothing like coming into a room. It's a master class every day, and even though I've done this show several times, I learn something new every time. And they don't even realize it's spewing out of them the information. They said, oh yeah, Michael did this, and this move came from, and I'm just like, the information that we are absorbing from someone who is making their debut to me who's been around a moment, I'm still learning, and they just have this information. So to be in that room, it's incredible.
I mean, a lot of these people haven't done the show before. I mean, we do have a lot of veterans in the show, but a lot of them haven't done it before, and they're picking it up so fast, and it's amazing how fast they're processing the material. And I've never worked with a cast that works this quickly on this. And so, I mean, we already have most of the show up, and it's stunning. We still have time to perfect it and really polish.
It's incredible. I mean, even just at the audition, I was stunned, and I remember going home and telling my friends that, oh my gosh, like just being in the room with them, I can't believe that. I mean, these are people that I had always looked up to and always, idolized, and thought, oh my gosh, I'm here sitting, feet away from them. It's incredible.
It is the best of the best, and I've been away in London for about 10 years, so it is wonderful for me to come back to Broadway in this way, to know so many people and see the new kids on the block at the same time. I mean, this is 27 years since I opened on Broadway in the Will Rogers Follies, so for me to be able to come back to people that I know but also see all this incredible new talent is really special.
75th anniversary season, you're kicking your gala off with a chorus line. What does this mean to you?
Well, it means an enormous amount to me personally, because I grew up going to City Center when I was a kid to see dance and to see theater. And Chorus Line is dance and theater all at once, and probably the show that is most dance and theater all at once. And that's what City Center has always done, and always done beautifully and passionately. And so to have this show on this stage, it's just one of the most special things that I've ever had the privilege to be part of.